it's Mary. So this is going to be a talking video, and the topic of this talking video is going to be hating on Solange's wedding hair. Really? So of course, not too long ago, I think a lot of people, if you're on social media, will have seen the pictures of Solange's wedding, especially just those like all white outfits that were part of the whole wedding party, and just a very different style of her wedding. So the style of Solange's wedding was different to the norm, but to be completely honest, I was not surprised. I can't say I've been following Solange for a while, but I have noticed, especially on social media, pictures of her hair, her style. And to me personally, Solange always seems to be that person that does things just a little bit differently. Like, she's not one of these people that's just completely way out there like Lady Gaga. Not in that kind of, not that kind of different. But I think style wise, she always wears things that are just a little bit different than the norm, but stuff that I've actually looked at and thought, that's quirky, it's a bit different, but I like it. So basically, when the wedding pictures came out, I was completely unsurprised. Not that they were bad, but just because kind of having an idea of what Solange's style is, it doesn't surprise me that her wedding pictures were just different. I can't fully say that the style of the pictures was personally to my taste. However, I did admire the fact that they were different. Sort of the layout of the pictures was different. The fact that everyone was wearing all white. Some of the different outfits that she wore during the day. Yeah, so I was actually, I did admire that aspect of things in the About box. Imagine my surprise when I heard from a fellow YouTuber that people have actually been hating on Solange's hair during, this whole release of these pictures. Now, we all know you can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all of the people all of the time. So it was never going to be a 100% consensus of people loving everything about her or her styling for her wedding day. However, people actually went out of their way to label her hair as ugly, to basically say pretty derogatory remarks about her hair and her hairstyling for her wedding day. I have something to say about this personally, because when I was planning on doing my big chop and when I decided to Google TWAs online, a lot of pictures of Solange came up. You had pictures of her with really short hair, with hair like this length, with hair that was a bit longer, sometimes wearing wigs but not that often, but there were just a lot of pictures out there of her in different styles having natural hair, and whatever length of hair she wears in its natural curly state, it looks really good on her. She has, to me personally, she has a really pretty face, and no matter what style of hair she wears, it looks really good on her. So I'm really used to seeing her in pictures with her natural hair. To be honest, when I saw the wedding pictures, I really wasn't observing her hair that closely. I was looking more at the styling. The fact that her hair was out and in an afro really didn't surprise me, because I know this is, to me, this is how she wears her hair a lot of the time anyway. Solange just seems to be one of those people that just doesn't really care. If she likes it, she wears it. If she doesn't like it, she just doesn't wear it. So leading on from my last talking video, again, I wanted to touch on the power of media and the influence of media on what we deem to be beautiful or not beautiful. I am going to add in here that I do like straight hair. I think straight hair looks nice. I love straight hair. However, straight hair is not the only form of beauty that exists in the world. There are multiple forms of beauty. Some of it involves straight hair, some of it involves curly hair. But again, we have this ideal that is sort of pushed across by the mainstream media, which basically says that unless your hair is either really, really straight or in just absolutely well-defined curls, that somehow it's not pretty or it's not acceptable. Even if that's not necessarily overtly said, very often it's just very subtly implied. And by the time you've received so many of these images into your mind on a daily basis, you're almost, maybe you could say, tricked into believing that that's beautiful and that's the only form of beauty that's real. So when I heard people sort of saying that Solange's hair is ugly, to be honest, it didn't surprise me. It didn't surprise me on the level that usually when our minds are confronted by something that is not usually pushed across as being the norm, and it's different, people always seem to assume that it's ugly or call it ugly. It's not necessarily ugly, it's just different to what they used to see. My thing is this: if there's going to be a day that you're going to fully be yourself, and basically style yourself fully in the way that you want to and present yourself to the world, and more importantly to your partner in the way that you truly are, shouldn't that be your wedding day? One thing this does point to is the pressure on natural haired women to basically change their hair texture for their wedding day in order to be seen as beautiful or presentable. Now, if as a bride you decide that you want to have straight hair for your wedding day, by all means go ahead and do it, and do that in any way, shape or form that you personally feel free to do, because that's the beauty of this kind of hair that a lot of people of African descent have. Is just the fact that we have hair that's that versatile. It can be curly, it can be straight, you can make it wavy. There's multiple things that we can do with it. But if you personally feel that on your wedding day you would like to wear your hair in its curly state, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be applauded for that. I don't see why you shouldn't be celebrated for that, because natural hair is beautiful. Very quick side note: I have seen some natural brides with terrible hair. I feel kind of bad for saying it, but at the same time, no, I don't. Reason being is their hair wasn't bad because their hair is natural. Their hair was bad because their strands looked like they were uncared for. And there's never an excuse for uncared for hair on your wedding day, especially on your wedding day. Yeah, that's the end of my side note. Anyway, back to the discussion. But if you love your hair, if you love your natural hair, if you take care of it, and you want to present yourself that way on your wedding day, by all means go ahead. Why should you conform to the mainstream? Why should Solange conform to the mainstream? She's never really done it before, so I don't really see any reason why she should start now. She's got her man now. He is a very handsome and fly 51-year-old. Yes, he's 51 years old. So I say more power to you, Solange. More power to you. I would like to find out your opinion. Please post your comments respectfully in the comment section below. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it with whoever you like and get them to join in the discussion. If you haven't subscribed, then please subscribe, because I'm going to be doing more hair talking videos like this in future. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.